Okay, cool. Yeah, let me shield this out. I have it open to the screen to remind me to shield it, but that doesn't help when I'm in another room.
You are correct.
Not actively at my computer at all. Yeah. So I'm in the middle of re-rendering a video because and it's an hour-long video that I did, and then I finished it, and it was 98% uploaded to YouTube today, and I went, oh yeah, the like one small edit I intended to do, I didn't do.
Oof.
So I had to delete it from YouTube, go back, and it was real simple because I'd even like given myself a time marker. It's like go to 10 minutes into the video, look, all right, right here, cut. All right, cool. Add in this one picture, scroll a bit. Yeah, that sounds like the end of it. Stretch the picture to there. Done. Re-render it. But it's an hour and like 5-minute long video, so it takes like 3/4 hour to render.
I am very glad I don't have to deal with that when I'm writing reports. When I'm doing simulations, that is absolutely my life.
Yeah.
But the reports are somehow even worse.
How so?
Every time I push a report to the rest of the department for approval, 5 minutes later, I'll be looking at it to reference it for something else, and I'll see, oh, this reference is in the wrong place. Oh, something broke the bibliography.
Yep.
Oh, this has data from the wrong simulation in it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I deal with that when I'm working on game design documents and like handbooks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is I'll work on things for like days, and then later I'll click a button and I'll end up in completely the wrong place. I'll be like, what the heck happened? I mean, because this is even with Google Docs, which artificially, like, built in, will put in a bibliography and stuff, and contents pages and stuff, and it'll just be like, no, you haven't marked that as a chapter, but it is now.
Thanks, Google.
Also, this thing that you actually put under directly, header 1, nah. Nah.
No, that doesn't count.
Nope.
If it counted, you would have said something.
Uh-huh.
Either none of these captions are tables, or every single caption in the entire document is a table. Take your pick.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah, for me, I can get away with it because by the time I notice all these mistakes and fix them, no one else has actually looked at it yet. So I can just stealthily replace the version on the server with the correct one and no one notices.
Nice. So the reason I'm in the other room is because I have my parents are coming over this weekend for the first time in maybe a year. And you know, we call, we talk, you know, occasionally I'll drive by and drop something off or stuff, but you know, in general we share separate lives, which is wonderful.
And very healthy.
And very healthy, correct. But, you know, still, also right now especially wonderful and healthy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially healthy.
Yeah. But, you know, I always, I am known for cooking eccentric and delicious things that are, maybe a little bit more intensive. And
do you use a spice in them?
Yeah, I use one, maybe two, sometimes.
Is the one spice Chinese 5 spice?
No, it's salt.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fancy.
Well, you're doing better than Link a lot of the time.
You're right. So I was racking my head trying to come up with something that
Use the
like
salt.
they haven't had before, or you know, just something interesting. And the thing I came up with is I was first thinking leudas, which are a grilled beanadilla, I guess.
I appreciate when you said it's basically like, here's a thing that you don't know what it is. I'm gonna describe it to you. It's a grilled version of this thing you don't know what it is.
Well,
So I hope that
mean,
helps.
Quesadilla made of beans?
it's a quesadilla made of beans. So
What did you call it?
A beanadilla.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was pretty descriptive.
I think I like
Yeah.
misconstrued it as like a different thing.
Or you might have just not heard it right.
Yeah.
Um,
Or probably just assumed I wasn't gonna understand what you said, and then you said beanadilla, and my brain was like, well, I checked the word banks, and that's not a word we know, so let's not think about what that word could be.
yeah.
We never find words we don't know in this stream.
I mean, and leudas are a popular South Mexican street food that are I've made a bunch of times. They're delicious.
So this time
and
you're
they're
adding
really
salt
not that hard.
to see how it is?
Yeah, correct. Maybe I might add pepper instead.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
It might be a little too spicy. No, they're well versed in spice.
Which one?
They're not Tim's parents.
I like how last stream you were like, I'm trying to ignore that, and now you're the one bringing it up.
Hey, one mention,
Yeah,
and then I was gonna move on.
but now we all thinking about it.
Yeah.
For the record, I tried to get my dad to drink a soda water watered down on camera, and he would have done it, but he's camera shy, so it would have been pointless.
I mean, you can put a bag over his head. I'll believe it's him.
So, that was my initial thought, and then I did that thing where you spend a ton of time like worrying and planning something, and then you're like, all right, I found a solution, and then your brain forgets that you found a solution. And so you go from that to, ah, crap, what am I gonna do for this? And so I had to, you know, my brain was nice to me, and it made me come up with a whole other plan, which is somehow more normal and weirder at the same time. So the new plan is I'm going to do a hot dog smorgasbord. So I'm gonna make 3 different types of hot dogs. So I'm gonna do an all beef Chicago dog. I'm gonna do chili dogs, and I'm going to do mala Szechuan Chinese spiced hot dogs.
Oh man, the Rick and Morty fans are gonna love that one.
Mala is a very different than the Szechuan, which is nothing like Szechuan sauce. Oh, good girl, good catch.
It's really more about the name, it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I appreciate that you're like, what? I can't figure out how to do this beanadilla but fried, but I need to do something eccentric, so I'm gonna do chili dogs.
Yeah,
And-
well,
And I say that thinking that the thing that you're gonna make sounds really good, and I like, in general, still a great idea, but also very funny to me that you're just like, I gotta do something interesting. Let's do what Sonic the Hedgehog would do.
I make a mean chili dog that's delicious. And
See, I don't want food that could be construed as spicy to be mean, because I know what that means. That just means a 1-to-1 eating time to bathroom time. At least, like, at least 1-to-1.
So, you know, obviously the main seasoning in chili for chili dogs is chili powder. No shit, Sherlock. But not all chili powders are created equal.
So of course you made it yourself.
And no, I haven't yet because I'm still working through a backlog of a giant jar of chili powder that I had. But then I will.
Yes, good.
Because I do keep enough dried peppers on hand to make a proper mole at any point. But my dad, the chili recipe is basically my dad's chili recipe, or chili dog chili recipe. Don't put beans on your hot dog chili. That's the wrong type of chili. That's a food crime.
What was it?
If you know, there's chili with beans, and then there's like hot dog chili. And they're both called chili, but don't put the chili with beans on your hot dogs.
Okay, is the only difference between the two if they have beans?
No. And there's a whole lot of chilies that don't have beans that also shouldn't go on hot dogs. But that's a pretty quick rule of like, if it's got beans in it, don't put it on your hot dog.
Like, I super agree with that, because obviously, I also would say, I don't think I like chili with beans in general.
I'm a big fan of like chili with kidney beans and stuff. That's what I grew up with, and I think it adds a secondary texture that is good without really changing a whole lot else.
I think in my mind, my brain's like, that texture is not good, though.
That's fine. There's a reason that there's like 5 different codified versions of chili, and people only like 1 or 2 of them.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot more than 5.
I think there's 5 according to the official chili cook-off rules.
Name them. What about a Pepto-Bismol based chili?
There's Texas Red, which I'm not a huge fan of Texas Red.
I still want to see an anti-chili.
Like it cools you off, a mint.
No. Yeah, it's not that it cools you off. It's that it specifically hurts the opposite way. So it's like when you have mint in your mouth and then you take a swig of cold water and that hurts. That's what the chili does.
Menthol yogurt.
Wait, when you say menthol, do you mean like menthol in the same way that cigarettes can be menthol?
I mean, that's
More
just
in the
mint.
same way that cough drops can be menthol.
I have no idea. Cigarette cough drops. Yeah, every single part of that is bad. Even the cough drops.
Alright. 5 different types. There's traditional red, which is Texas Red. Oh no, this is shitty because it. This is the international. What are they? What is ICS?
Insane Cloud Saucy.
International Chili Society has 3 different types, which is Texas Red, Home Style, which is generally a bean chili, and Chili Verde, which is I think like a French white and green chili.
Wait,
and then
is Verde also green in French?
no, that would be vert or vert.
So hold on. The one named
but-
after a Spanish color is French?
Well, chilies aren't native to France, and in fact, Chile isn't native to France either. So
Yeah, it's a
it
country.
has to. So, anyways, then you can sort of subdivide those into like whether they're venison chilies or chicken chilies or turkey chilies or whatever. But
Shrimp
they
chili.
no.
You know what? I
no, wrong.
would try shrimp
Wrong.
chili. I think that's gumbo. I think you're talking
Incorrect.
about gumbo.
That's just gumbo.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's got beans, don't put it on chili. But anyways, back to
Now,
the initial
tilapia
story.
chili, on the other hand.
Ugh.
God, salmon
Still
chili
no.
is my favorite.
So
Monkfish chili.
chili powder, like all spices, dulls in flavor with age, especially if it's ground, which is why if you intend to keep spices for a long time, buy them whole. Because you can basically expect any spice to diminish in flavor by half within 3 months.
What's
Uh,
the thing where every 2 years technology doubles?
That's Moore's law, and that's
yeah, that's no longer
technology-ish, but that's transistor size, and that
Yeah.
average size.
So is this
Well,
Moore's
no,
law of
doubles
cooking?
doubles in number. Moore's law of cooking would be something like every 2 years the number of utensils in your drawers doubles.
No, the number of beans in your chili.
This is the spice law is actually less's law, because it becomes less interesting.
Yeah, that's
over
fair.
time.
I like that.
So anyways, the way my dad and I season our chili is not via, like, we don't have a recipe of, hey, add 2 tablespoons of this and that. It's you season to the right color.
That's actually how I have always seasoned stuff. Like, if
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a recipe, I do it, but like I really don't understand how to know how much to add to something based on how much there is. So I'm like, I'll just season until it is significantly darker in a specific shade.
Yeah, there's the spice is one of the things that is very, very difficult to learn precisely. Like, you can grow up with tons of spices, and then like later on it might just click, but it's really something you have to learn slowly over a long period of time.
I think what helped me is when I was learning to, or when I'm like, whenever I try to spice things, I do what I think is good, and then I do about 50% more because I'm white. There was a time I did that sort of thing for like a bunch of friends that were coming over, and like one of them was there cooking already, and she actually like knows a lot about cooking and stuff, and I was like, hey, you understand like what you're doing. Help, like, is this about as much paprika as you think should be on this, or like, should I do more? She was like, no, actually, I think what happened here is you think you haven't put enough, and so you've put enough that it is now exactly as much as should be on it. And I was just like, fuck yeah! Anxiety
Anyway, we
makes
now
me
have
better.
a spice rat in the conversation. Hi, Pierre.
Hey, Pierre.
A spice rat.
What does that mean? You mean a spice gremlin?
Or is this like from Ratatouille or some shit? But yeah, so since we do it to color, we ran out of one chili powder, and we bought a new one that was the same brand, but it was a lot lighter in color, and also a lot more strong because it was fresher.
Yeah.
And because the spice was lighter in color, it took a whole lot longer to get it to the right shade. And because it was stronger, that was the spiciest chili we've ever had. And again, this is just chili powder. Like, chili powder, not so spicy. Chili powder is for people that are like, I would like a little bit of the taste of maybe spice and peppers. Not, ooh, let's make this thing spicy. But
Yeah.
when you add like a half a cup to a pound of beef,
That's a lot of fucking chili, my dude.
yeah, and let me tell you, there have only been like 2 or 3 occasions where I've felt significant pepper pain, and this was one of the ones that it hurt coming out. And it hurt.
I wish I had a stomach that worked that well. See, I guess like that's fair. Like I don't actually spice to like the right shade. I spice to coverage.
Okay.
Like a percent of the like top of the food that is no longer visible due to the spice. So it's like sort of by shade, but it's also partially just by how much of it can I still see.
So how do you spice your pancakes?
What?
Yeah, they've got a lot of coverage on them, so you need a lot of spice to cover them.
I
How
mean,
well do you spice your pancakes?
I mean, you don't need to spice them because they have.
Spice the batter.
If you're making good pancakes, unless you're John, then they have like buttermilk in them. So any of your spices are not going to do shit.
That just means you need to add more.
You spice your batter, not your individual pancakes. Gosh, don't you know this?
Yeah, he's got a point. Don't do that though.
You don't. I mean, there's some things you could do. Like, I mean, nutmeg's tasty.
I guess I do use some spices, such as chocolate chips.
Yeah,
I-
like
I
blueberries.
do that.
Blueberries are a spice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you dropped that torch and it immediately caught fire.
I mean, so this is like the most annoying area in the game because unless you are wearing this specific outfit, you catch on fire just from being here. Also, all of your wooden weapons will catch on fire if you're holding them. Same with your shields and your bows. All of your arrows are already on fire. And if you use a bomb arrow, the moment
It
you
just
knock
explodes?
it explodes in your hand and blows you backwards. So if you didn't realize you had bomb arrows equipped when you walked in here and you needed to shoot at something, you immediately blow yourself up.
That's unfortunate. Did I say the right thing?
Yes.
Okay, good. But the
What
reason
you're
I'm
saying is you're not supposed to season pancakes with paprika while they're on the griddle?
See, here's the thing.
I bet it could be good.
You shouldn't season pancakes because if you're doing it right, it's in a cast iron skillet that you've put in the oven to make one massive pancake, and the cast iron is just going to season it itself, so you're good.
Yeah, I mean that's why you season your cast iron, right? Isn't that what cast iron seasoning is?
Oh yeah.
Sorts.
I keep plenty of oregano in my cast iron.
Tim.
So what pancake-based
Oregano is
food
a
crime are we going
herb,
to figure
not
out now?
a spice.
So if you had to add a meat to pancakes, which one would you do?
Bacon.
Bacon.
Alternatively sausage.
I think shrimp.
I think you're wrong.
That is not a meat.
Although I
Tim,
will
how
say
is it
that,
not a meat?
It's fish.
Which is a type of meat.
I'm with Dom on this one.
I understand that, like,
So you do think that we should add shrimp to pancakes, John?
Shit.
now granted, I should rephrase. I don't think we should cut up shrimp and cook them inside the pancake. I think if you made a pancake and put 2 shrimp on top very artistically, that might be alright.
Yeah, especially if it's like grilled shrimp,
Yeah,
off
yeah.
off a skewer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good.
I was
Also,
thinking that
still
or
don't
like
do this.
Yeah.
Or popcorn shrimp made with pancake batter.
Okay, I have a new idea, and it's just called popcorn shrimp made with pancake batter. And it's just breakfast
Man.
shrimp. Thank you, Tim. And then you pour it in a bowl of milk, and it's cereal.
And then you
I
drink
guess-
the milk afterwards, and it's tea.
No, Tim.
Hey,
Shrimp aren't
guys.
leaves.
You
Hey, what's
gotta
up?
Stretch. Go stretch. Take a stretch. Ugh.
Pierre, what you don't understand is this is the food crime segment, which is the entire show, where we're allowed to cook because we've come up with these bad ideas here, so maybe we won't come up with them in the kitchen.
Alternatively, it's they come up with these terrible ideas and make me have to come up with an idea to make it somewhat passable.
Oh, okay. So, by the way, I know we mentioned the concept of a food crime show where we're supposed to, like, make bad versions of food that you have made to see if, like, we can trick you to eat it.
Yes, I understand that is a show actively in production. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I also have the idea of, instead of it being that you will make one and we have to try to fool you with it, what if one of us three were randomly given the correct, recipe instead of you, because you would know what your food looks like.
Okay, so one of you makes the correct thing, and then
The other
two
yeah.
makes garbage
Yes.
awfulness.
Yeah.
And then I'm handed 3 of each type of dish to figure out which one.
Yeah. Your goal is
One
to not
part
eat
at a
the
time.
garbage awfulness.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good with this.
Because I am afraid that there would be times where you would look at it and be like, well, I know mine was this because of the shape of the meat. I remembered, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, all right, we're all going to make a such and such, beef fillet, and then one of you's like, all right, I'm going to marinate this beef in urine.
No, of course not. We would do a beet fillet.
No, see,
beet fillet.
I think what has to happen with this is that we're forced to eat. Like, if you win, we have to eat like whatever we made.
At least like 2 or 3 bites or something.
Yeah, exactly. So like, we would not be able to make anything that you would that we would not want to eat.
I like the idea of we do this like, so, like 3 rounds. So like, a meat, a vegetable, and a starch.
Yeah.
And so you each round, a different person has the appropriate one.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
And so that everyone gets a chance to make actual food, and then the other 2 people just make garbage. And then whoever sits down and like, so I'll like sit down, and so I get like 3 different senses each time. So like, maybe the first time I'm blindfolded. So like, I'm blindfolded and you hand me like 2 bowls of mashed potatoes, and I have to like smell it and touch it to see which one is correct. But I'll figure out which one, because like one of them's sour or shit, and I'm like, that one shouldn't be sour. Then like another time, maybe all I can do is look at the food, and just be like, that one's yellower, but is that just like a higher butter content? Or...
So you'd wear like a clothespin on your nose?
Clothespin on the nose, that's right, yeah.
And one of them you're not allowed to feel.
Yeah.
Another we actually
at all. Like,
we have to feed you
emotionally.
peppers beforehand, so you've lost your sense of taste for 5 minutes.
Ooh.
So we're gonna need ghost peppers for that.
Yeah, because habaneros will not do it. So I did that Extra Life thing where it was play a Banjo-Kazooie episode without, relief from a habanero, and it was not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad when I did it either.
Yeah, and I feel like it should be, but it's not.
See, as much as I want to be able to do that, I feel like my issue is that it also would not be too bad for me, except for the after effects, and that's the part that my body takes issue with.
I'm also making peach and blueberry pie. It's delicious. Shit, I'm almost out of mayonnaise. I have to make more mayonnaise.
If there was any justice in this game, you'd be able to shoot the rotors and kill it that way.
Yeah. So, you sort of can later. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to kill this specific one, but, like, there are others on this course where they have, like, giant metal boxes, and you can just pick those up and drop them onto the rotors, and it's an insta-kill.
Nice. So, are there any, like, unique power-up items? Like a hook shot or
No. So
Uh,
those are basically replaced with the runes, where like you can make a block of ice or stasis things, or throw like bombs
Okay.
or magnet or take pictures.
how many of them are there?
Uh, really just 5. Like if you count the camera, because the bombs, there's 2 types of them, but I mean they're both bombs.
They're both bombs, yeah.
They really have the same function, except one of them rolls. That's it.
I hope the sequel has more.
I want the sequel to have like a lot of other like cool stuff, because like I
Yeah.
enjoyed this game a lot for a lot of things, but like I would love like a hook shot and stuff like that. Like it's sad that
Yeah.
didn't end up in the game when it's such a like staple.
Yeah. Or a boomerang. Boomerangs are cool.
They do actually have boomerangs in this game. Some of the weapons you get are boomerangs,
Oh, yeah.
and will just automatically come back to you, which is very fun.
I had enough pie crust left, so I made a tiny little pie as well.
John, I've just realized that we can't ever use like meat pies and stuff for that show, because it would be so easy to hide things inside of the
Oh.
meat pie.
Yeah, so no meat pies or dumplings or...
Yeah, like you take a bite out of dumpling, you're like, "What's in here?" And I'm like, "Toothpaste." Murray, I do actually know how to cook. Not like super well, but like I know how to follow recipes well, and whenever I do, I like actually learn how to do that so that I no longer have to reference that and can actually figure stuff out on my own since then.
I have a suggestion. We do meat pies and dumplings in whatever episode, and we're not allowed to make the thing bad, but it does have to be something that was absolutely not expected.
Okay.
You know what wouldn't be expected in a meat pie? Bananas.
Toothpaste.
Well, Stephanie just said banana cream pie, and I'm mad that she's right.
You're right.
Also, have you ever tried Yeah, I bet.
So, last week, I talked about, or maybe it was the week before, I talked about barley corns. Do you remember that, Dom?
Vaguely, but I don't remember what they are.
So,
I don't. That would have been the week before.
A barley corn is the defining, it's what the inch is defined by.
Yes.
So an inch, the UK and US inch is officially defined as 3 barley corns in length. And that's weird, but additionally, it goes on to be shoe sizes. A size 12 shoe is exactly 12 inches long, and every size above and below that is 1 barley corn in difference. So a size 13 is 12 and 2/3, or no, 12 and 1/3 inches. But I learned something new about the barley corn.
Are you on the barley corn subreddit or something? Like what?
No.
Like, are you sure?
No.
So
I
if
was-
they had a bad harvest and all the barley corn came out stunted, does that mean everyone has big feet that year?
It's the average size.
So I don't like the implications of everyone suddenly has big feet.
You know what they say?
You know what they say about
The guy has
big
big
hands
hands,
and
big feet, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah,
That,
that's the one.
that's the joke. Moving on. So I was trying to remember, because you know the US has 2 ounce measurements. Technically more if you count like troy ounces and all the other. But in general, there's fluid ounce and weight ounce.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty sure I had heard from someone before that like the fluid ounces and the weight ounce are technically connected by like you know, the weight of water or whatever, sort of like how the metric system, they're all connected. Like 1 milliliter of water is 1 gram of water or something like that.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with kilometers?
Rivali's gale is now ready.
And so I thought it was like that, but apparently it's not. But I was looking at ounce weight, the ounce weight, and what do you think just popped up out of nowhere?
A barley corn?
So is an ounce of water the same weight as 1 barley corn?
No. So, 16 ounces make up a pound, of course. And the pound is defined as 7,000 grains. And do you want to know what a grain is defined as?
Yes.
It's defined as the measurement of weight, a measurement of mass of a wheat or barley corn berry.
Oh, berry. Oh, well that's
That's what a barley corn is.
Oh my god.
So, again, ounces are measured by barley corns.
Okay, so
I
if
think it's
there's...
like one ounce weight is 437.5 barley corns.
Okay, so if there's anything I know about science, it's that you can now use barley corns to understand weight based on shoe size.
Correct. Yep. I mean, that's how science works. You're not wrong.
Yeah, like that means that there's a common unit between the two.
Why barley corns?
Is that like the only crop they had at the time?
It's just a question that keeps coming up. Why barley corns?
For the same reason that everything's an apple.
Go on.
Yeah,
Fucking
everything is not
explain?
an apple. Carry on. What?
Yeah.
What is your bullshit?
Tim, our wayward son, fucking speak words to give us knowledge.
Are you sure you want the kind of knowledge I can bring?
Tim, we literally do a food crime segment. It is centered around you and I being shitty with our horrible food knowledge.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, the way the middle, I think the way Middle English worked, basically everything that grew on a tree was either an apple or a berry. Or basically anything that grew on a plant that was not the plant itself or a root.
Everything. Alright, so what you're saying is that everything is either an apple or a banana. Because
Yes.
bananas are berries.
That's true.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so can you make banana sauce like applesauce?
You can, yes.
Yes, you can. More importantly, since it's a berry, remember, you can make banana jam.
Banana preserves.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So,
Peanut
all
butter
right,
and banana jelly sandwiches.
Next question. So pineapple is a citrus fruit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't think it actually is, but carry on.
I thought it was, because someone I knew was allergic to citrus and they couldn't eat anything pineapple related.
can you make pineapple marmalade?
You probably can.
Pineapple, because marmalade is made using the skin and pith of.
I'm sorry, the
fruit.
piss? Did you say the piss?
I said pith.
But can we pretend like you said piss?
No.
Stop
No.
taking the piff.
Uh,
But yeah,
Okay,
a pineapple is the same kind of fruit as other citrus, but it is not itself a citrus fruit.
So if you know how people put like lemon peels in their drinks?
Are you suggesting you put pineapple peel?
Yeah, or just like a chunk of pineapple. In fact, replace your ice cubes with chunks of pineapple.
That could be good.
No,
That could be
Tim. It wouldn't be cold enough to keep your drink cold.
It would be if you had them in the freezer beforehand.
Yeah.
You could even use them to cool down your pizza.
That's actually wrong knowledge. If you put pineapple on pizza, there's nothing about you that will be cool.
I have nothing against pineapple on pizza, but just don't put it on all your pizza.
Yeah, like, okay, here's the thing. Pineapple on, like,
Pineapple on like a barbecue and ham pizza is
I think,
perfect.
honestly, I think ham is the only one that it goes with. Like, you can't be like, you might be able to do chicken, but you definitely can't do pineapple and steak.
Yeah. Well, I do a flatbread every other week that's like barbecued chicken and bacon and stuff, and I bet pineapple would be good on it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I don't think that's true because pineapple is not particularly
But
good.
I wouldn't put pineapple on like a pepperoni pizza or a cheese pizza or most pizzas.
Pineapple and shrimp, discuss.
It depends on the kind of pepperoni pizza. Most pepperoni, I agree, doesn't work. But if you get the kind that turns really nice and crispy, that could.
No, I buy all of my pepperoni in sausage form, cut it myself, and it gets really crispy. And
Yeah.
because it's also
Pineapple and mint mojito. Oh my god, Pierre, you've got it in one! The fucking meat pie inside a meat pie? You cut it open and there's just a second meat pie in it, and you're like, god damn it.
You really put a licking on
here.
that thing, Link.
Oh.
Delete and ban.
Yeah, thank you.
This is our big chance.
Hey, you want to become famous?
Yeah, I want to become famous. Do you think this website will also make my penis large? I feel like one of these are bound to work.
So, speaking of,
It won't make your penis large, but it will make single hot women in your area think it is.
you're right.
I miss
you're
single
right,
hot women in my area.
Is your wife, like, sitting right beside you?
No, she went downstairs.
Oh, damn.
But she's not single.
Yeah, but that's the point, is that you miss. Man, I hate being married. You know, I wish I had those single hot women.
Yeah, I hate being married. I wish we were perpetually in the, like, dating phase.
Yeah.
It's not that I want someone else. I just think it's fun to always to always be still pretty flirty and, you know, that whole thing. It's like, you can do that while you're married. It's like, what?
No, what? No, no, you
Yeah,
can't.
no, that's illegal.
Just look at my parents. No, you can't.
Yeah, look at my parents. They
My
fucking
parents,
hate each
you
other. It's like,
absolutely
whoa!
Gross.
What do you say, Tim?
I said,
Talk
look at my
about having
parents.
good
You
taste.
absolutely can.
I don't
So are
like.
y'all familiar with the
I don't like the idea of them flirting over a fucking cold one of watered down seltzer water.
Are y'all familiar with the daytime British TV show Countdown?
Yes.
You might probably best known over here as 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, or
Yes.
from the IT Crowd. That one episode from the IT Crowd.
It's
Is it at all related to number one?
No.
No.
That's basically the only British game show I know of.
I don't think you understand that that isn't a real game show.
So, basically the way the game works is you have two people racing against the clock to come up with the longest word. and there's
Picked from a bunch of letters that they pick,
Yeah,
not just
there's, like-
the longest word.
Yeah.
That would be, you could speedrun that game once one person has figured out a long word.
So they go back and forth one at a time, picking letters, and so they can pick like. There's a certain number of consonants and vowels that they're allowed, and with a maximum of 9 characters. And once they have all 9 characters, they get 30 seconds or something to try and find the longest word in that jumble of letters. And
Which means
and
S
then-
is always a very good one to get.
and then, you know, whoever has the longest one gets that many points. And if they tie, then they both get the points. It's daytime TV for people that don't have jobs.
It's an old people show that is very fun to watch.
It is genuinely fun to watch. But like, so 8 out of 10 Cats is a very irreverent TV show that they have their own version of Countdown on the Countdown set that is full of awful, gross jokes and stuff. But there are 3 moments that I ran into. I was just looking on things and I found a video of one of them, and that made me go down a rabbit hole finding these.
I hate when that
That
happens.
happened on the original, the regular Old People Countdown.
Oh!
Where so they start out and they you know, I'll take a consonant, S, another consonant, L, I'll take a vowel, U, I'll take another consonant, T, and then everyone's just like trying not to laugh.
Yeah, everyone's
because
quietly giggling.
and Rachel Riley, who's the she's the Vanna White of the show.
Yeah.
She's actually like a doctorate level mathematician.
Yeah, the
but-
2 girls that are part of that show are, like, the smartest human beings.
But you know, this is, I guess, the way she got through college. She's also very, very attractive.
John.
But she's like, all right, we need to go on. Like, what's your next letter? Like, please give me another thing so I can put it up on here. Z, sluts. And then like they roll it, but like they keep going with it. Then the next time, the next video I saw, they spelled out shite. Like the first 5 letters were shite.
I love that that's, like, such a low percentage chance, but will eventually happen.
And then there was another one. They got all the letters out there, and then they got to the final phase and were like, all right, how many letters is yours? 6. All right, how many is yours? 6. All right, what was yours? Awaken. What was yours? Wanker. And I love it.
Yeah, I love that they're like, I mean, we have to accept it.
It's a word. And with that, speaking of game shows, quiz shows, sort of thing, I've got 2 quizzes here that
That's the way.
do you wanna. Which one do you want to do?
Ow.
We have quiz of are you a hipster, or how Florida are you?
Ooh,
How Florida am I?
Okay.
yeah, I want to do both.
Um,
They sound so good.
All right, we can do both. We can definitely.
I want to
do
know how
both.
hipster I am.
Are you a Florida?
So, we'll start off with the how Florida are you? We'll just do the average of us. So, were you born at a Florida hospital? Yes or no?
No.
Nope.
Do you own at least 2 pairs of flip-flops?
I actually need to purchase my 1 pair of flip-flops so I can walk our dog more often, so no.
No. So,
Nope.
yeah. Do you own at least 2 beach chairs or a beach umbrella?
Nope.
The closest I have is a camp stool.
Yeah, I have like 2 like folding chair, like the camp folding chairs, but those are not.
Yeah, those aren't quite the same.
My parents definitely have that, but Does a palm tree grow in your yard?
No.
No. Did you attend any university or college in Florida?
No.
Nope.
Did you park your Do you park your vehicle in the shade instead of the closest spot?
Jenner,
That
I
I do
actually
sometimes.
don't.
I do. If I can, I do. Mostly if I'm going to purposely park in a place, it's not going to be the closest spot. It'll be a shady space. Otherwise, I just park wherever. Have you lived through a hurricane?
I mean, there have been hurricanes in my lifetime.
I've been through a tropical storm. Does that count?
gonna
I'd
say
say that's baby
no.
hurricane.
Cause I've driven through a hurricane before.
Well, that seems like a poor life
actually
choice.
on the beach. So I would say yes for me.
How about we do this? Rather than do the average of us, it's if one of us says yes, it's yes. Because
Okay.
otherwise it seems like we're gonna have no on. We're gonna be as anti-Florida as possible.
Well,
which
that was just the life in the Sunshine State one. So the next is Florida foods and drinks, which I think is going to be a better average thing. Have you eaten key lime pie?
no.
Yes.
No. So that one's marking off no. Have you eaten fried alligator or alligator jerky?
Yes.
Yes.
I've had an alligator taco.
It's good. Have you sipped a beer from Cigar City Brewing, Orlando Brewing, Funky Buddha Brewing, or any other Florida brewed beer?
No.
Nope.
I definitely have. I've drunk from all of those. When I go places, I try and drink local.
So that's 3 yeses from John and 2 nos from Tim and I. I like how you were like, I think the average will be a little better, and then it's consistently been the fucking same. Because Tim and I don't do shit.
Have you eaten a Cuban sandwich or drunk a Cuban coffee?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Have you eaten a raw Apalachicola oyster?
No.
Um,
Gross.
And no.
Secondary question. Have you eaten a raw oyster in the United States?
No.
No.
Okay. Because if the answer was yes, then the answer would be yes here too. I've eaten a raw Apalachicola oyster in Apalachicola.
You.
Have you eaten a grouper Reuben?
No.
And that's disgusting.
Yeah, no.
No, and will not. Have you sipped fresh squeezed Florida orange juice?
No.
Yes.
Okay. That's also going to be... No, I think I have.
They have it at all the welcome centers.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, I'm
Well,
sure I have.
I don't remember if I tried it. I don't think I did, because I don't like orange juice. But my wife has, so we'll say yes.
My parents used to tell a story. There were
I already don't
billboards
like
going
this.
into Florida of like all you could drink Florida orange juice for a quarter. And you'd go to the welcome center and you'd pay a quarter and they'd give you this little cup of orange juice and you'd drink it and they'd go,
Just one terminal
all right,
remaining.
that
Just
was all
one
you could
more.
drink for a quarter. All right, have you been to the Atlantic Ocean?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
I don't know. Where's the Atlantic Ocean?
to the east.
So does that not include the Gulf of Mexico?
It is not including the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, then no.
Oh. Still yes.
What ocean or
Uh,
sea is the Gulf of Mexico in?
Dom, you've been to Cumberland Island. I'm pretty sure that counts. Because I'm pretty sure we walked to the beach on that one, and that's the Atlantic.
Probably. I don't
Yeah, that's the
remember which
Atlantic.
one Cumberland was.
The big one.
I mean,
The one
Georgia
that
doesn't
Blake
have any.
came on.
Georgia doesn't have any islands on the Gulf Coast, so if you were at an island in Georgia, it was on the
Tim,
Atlantic.
you can't tell them what state I live in.
So this one's an instant yes. Have you been to the Gulf of Mexico?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you watched a sunrise and sunset in the same day on both coasts?
Fuck no.
On
No.
both coasts?
No.
I'm guessing both.
that's like a Miami question.
I'm guessing they mean both coasts of Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, fuck. I was saying I was at
Absolutely
no when you said
I will
both
in
a
a few
sunrise
more,
and sunset.
but no.
Well, are you going to Miami or the Keys or something?
No, actually, I'm going to San Francisco.
I mean, you're still not gonna see it on both coasts then, because San Francisco only has one coast.
I'll see it on the East Coast, and
Well,
then
it only
I'll
has
see the
one
sunrise
coast.
on the East Coast, and then I'll see the sun set on the West Coast.
John, it only has one now, but eventually, once California breaks apart from the mainland because of all the earthquakes.
I still think we should give it back.
Give what back?
California, give it back to Mexico, and we'll take Canada instead.
I thought you meant give it back to the sea.
Oh, no.
Poseidon, your gift awaits. Have these hipsters and their avocado toast.
Have you been surfing?
No.
Technically,
Also-
yes.
Also, no.
Bodyboarding?
Well, what is your technically?
Flow Rider. It's a surfing simulator.
Okay.
So it's like a perpetual wave,
yes.
like
yeah.
held in place in a basin, and you actually are surfing on it, but not
Do
in
we
the open
count
ocean.
this?
I would count it because, well, actually, I don't know.
It is a yes because I've done that too.
See, that's the thing is, would Florida people consider that to be the same as surfing?
I don't know. I
And
think
the
we
answer is, Florida people's opinions are null and void. So let's go with yes.
are unnecessary.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been snorkeling or scuba diving?
Yes.
Yes.
No? I guess I've never actually been snorkeling or scuba diving. I just took scuba diving training once.
That ugly
Okay.
pain in the crack is standing handy.
I've been snorkeling. So.
Thing got the best of 100 years.
Have you waded in a natural spring?
Good luck, little
Yes.
guy. Go
Yes.
No, unless John tells me differently.
I don't know. I don't know if you were on any of those trips. I know you were not a fan of it, so. Have you watched a sea turtle lay eggs?
No, that's personal.
No. I've seen, like, sea turtle, like, egg areas, but I have never, like, watched them do it.
The wording of
Yeah.
that question is so weird to me because it's not like have you seen, it's have you watched. Have you sat there and rooted for them?
Have you visited Disney?
That's not a Florida
Yes.
thing. That's not how Florida are you.
Have you visited Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, or Busch Gardens?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been scalloping?
No, what is that?
That flaming ball is dangerous.
I've gone oystering, but you know, scalloping's kind of dangerous for me. So that's a no.
Hello? Oh god, he's
Yeah, I
above
don't
me.
think I have.
Have you attended an Orlando sports ball team game?
Nope.
Do those words mean something?
Technically, yes, I think.
You went to Orlando City Soccer, Orlando Magic, or Orlando Predators?
I think I went to a minor league game in Tennessee that had an Orlando team once.
Okay, so technically, but also no. Have you attended a Miami Heat, Miami Marlins, Miami Dolphins, or Florida Panthers game?
Pretty sure no.
Have you attended a Tampa Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Bucks, or Tampa Bay Lightning game?
Nope.
Have you tailgated at any Florida college football game?
No.
No,
Nope.
we've never tailgated, period.
Go for it.
Alright, no. Have we attended a Daytona 500 race?
No.
Nope.
And that is very much on purpose.
I've driven
thank you
past
very
them
much.
plenty of times.
Have you bet on a Jaya Lai match?
A what?
Nope.
Is that a Floridian martial arts form?
No, it seems like a cross between lacrosse and what's the sport where the only sport where you can simultaneously throw a ball and get hit in the back of the head at 90 million miles an hour with it?
Racquetball?
Thank you. It's like
my-
racquetball meets.
You don't throw the ball.
You're right. Hit a ball.
Imagine playing racquetball but with those like curved sticks that you use to throw balls at like absurd speeds.
Yeah, that's what I just described.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Cross. But no, we have not. Have you weighed yourself at Publix? I'm gonna say no, but we've all been to Publix, so yes.
What do you mean? Have you weighed yourself at Publix? How?
I did it exactly once. A long time ago, they all had scales out in front, like back in the late 90s.
I think one of them still does in this area.
I did not even know that.
Yeah. Have you seen a manatee? Yes.
I think we all have
No.
to answer yes to that.
I mean, okay, we've seen pictures of manatees, Tim.
Have you been to the aquarium, Dom?
I have been to aquariums.
You've seen a manatee.
You've seen a manatee.
Uh,
Have you seen
I don't
an
think there's
alligator?
I don't think there's an aquarium in the southeast that doesn't have one.
Great work, little guy.
yes, I have almost been attacked by an alligator.
Yeah.
Oh, Okie Fanoki. What a shitty name you have.
I love that place. Have you had your mugshot posted on a website? Sorry.
No.
Nope. I don't
No.
have a mugshot.
We should get bug shots.
Have you found a shark's tooth while walking on the beach?
No.
Nope.
Not
I
that I
also-
remember.
Have not. My siblings have, but... Do you own a boat, airboat, kayak, canoe, or personal watercraft such as a jet ski?
No.
Nope.
My brother does, but I am not he.
Link.
Have you been to Key West?
No.
Have you been through the Everglades along Alligator Alley?
No.
No, not along Alligator Alley.
Have you celebrated Spring Break in Fort Lauderdale or Panama City Beach?
No? Have we celebrated
One.
what?
Spring Break!
Spring break. I heard like Supreme Bake, and I was like, what the fuck is
I
that?
feel like
Cream bake.
It
I
sounds
feel
like the American version of the Great British Bake Off.
this question is one of those that, like, if you answer yes to, it makes you less Florida. Because I feel like Spring Break is a non-Florida, go to Florida sort of thing.
Yeah, like you don't go like that's like that's weird to be like, oh, we live in Florida, we're gonna get a break in Florida.
Yeah. Also, like, you're in Florida, you're already in a shithole. Why would you go to a even shittier hole like Panama City Beach? Which I have stayed at multiple times.
I'm glad we're all ignoring some of the
Uh,
things Pierre's responding to us with.
Yeah. I would count crabbing. And I've been crabbing, but... have you been to Miami?
No.
I'm simplifying some of these.
okay.
Just to...
I don't know. Is Miami on the way to Disney?
No.
Then no.
Miami's the southern tip of Florida, not counting the Keys. Have you been to Tallahassee?
No.
Have you been to St. Petersburg?
No.
Have
Yeah.
you been to St. Augustine?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
School
Have you
trip.
been to the top of the lighthouse?
I don't know.
Nope.
Maybe.
No? Okay.
Pretty sure we went to a lighthouse while we were in St. Augustine, but this was 8th grade. So, or like 7th grade, so like I don't fucking remember.
So probably, but if Tim says no, then that's a nope. Have you seen the mermaids at Weeki Wachee Springs State Park?
That's a fake sentence you said.
Have you seen a rocket launch at Cape Canaveral?
No.
Unfortunately, no. I almost did once.
So, apparently we are snowbirds, not a true Floridian.
Thank God. I've never felt so like vindicated.
Relieved?
Yeah. Relieved and vindicated together.
Alright. So we're not Floridians, which is good.
But are we hipsters?
But are we hipsters? This is a 16-question quiz. Do you get annoyed when people talk about or follow old trends?
No.
No?
Okay, hold on. Do memes count?
Like,
Like a meme from
There's a
like
difference
roughly 1
between
year
a-
ago. Any meme
There's
from
a difference between a joke that is no longer funny and being annoyed that people like old things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
but maybe I'm an
it's the
internet
difference between
hipster.
being like, you know, this joke is no longer funny versus like, why are you still using rage faces?
Oh. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, no, if I saw someone use a rage face online, I would be upset.
Do we count that?
I would say that that should count as a, like, that would make us internet hipsters, which would just be a, like, type of hipster.
Yeah. No, I'm asking Tim.
I think that should count for Dom, yeah.
Okay. So we'll say yes.
Are we doing this for all of us combined again, or just individually?
I mean, I can open up 3 of these and we can answer individually.
No, let's just do combined.
Okay. So
We'll see how hipster this show is.
So the question becomes, do we go yes or no for that?
Yes.
Okay, we go yes.
It's like, I
Alright.
too would kill someone if they used a rage face.
Do you prefer indie musicians to mainstream ones?
That's a tough call to say, because I don't listen to the radio, but I don't listen to indie artists. I listen to people who post music on YouTube. Like,
I think inadvertently yes.
Yeah.
But I think the answer is no to the question they're asking. Like, we're not like, we have to listen to indie or...
We don't
it's
harbor a dislike for mainstream artists by virtue of them being mainstream. We dislike them because they're shit.
I mean, I listen to the radio, and
You listen to fucking NPR, probably.
Sometimes.
The newest song that they have on there is probably, like, maybe... I was gonna say the YMCA, but I think that's a little too spicy for NPR. Maybe
NPR is, like,
Sweet
classical
Caroline.
music.
Yeah, it's mostly classical. Although they
Oh, good. Bach is
do,
on there still.
Friday nights at 9 is blues classics. I think Thursday nights at 11 is... No, I'm thinking of a different thing. One of the radio stations near me is a pop radio station, but it uses like Thursday nights at a certain time they do techno.
Is this the Georgia Tech radio that just do the craziest shit all the time?
No, this is like one of the actual normal ones. But anyways, do we answer yes or no to this?
It depends. Are we answering the question they meant or the question they asked?
It's like such a hard call, because it's like, yeah, I guess I do prefer, like, indie artists to mainstream artists, but not on purpose.
Okay, we'll go with yes. Also, Pierre absolutely is a hipster.
Damn.
Do you shop regularly at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's?
Oh, thank God, no.
No. I've got Prime, so I actually get a discount at Whole Foods, but it's still hella expensive, and I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I would shop regularly at Trader Joe's if I could, not because I think it's, you know, inherently superior because it came from Trader Joe's, but because they just have some really good stuff there.
Yeah, because it's the other half of Aldi. I shop at Aldi. Does that count?
What if like we don't?
That's
shop
like old
there?
people Trader Joe's.
What if like I shop at like H
It's
Mart?
literally the same company. I don't know if you know that about Trader Joe's. So Aldi was founded by a German dude, and his 2 sons inherited the
Was
company.
the German dude named D. Geller?
No. I'm pretty sure.
Are only one of the sons still in the business?
I'm pretty sure Mr. Geller is not a huge fan of the Germans.
Oof, wow.
But anyways,
But anyway.
anyways,
Anyways,
moving on from
barring
that,
racism.
uh, the two Aldi brothers had a disagreement on whether or not alcohol should be sold in the stores. I think it was alcohol. It might have been cigarettes, but I'm pretty sure it was alcohol. And so they split the company in two, but they kept the same names. They're still both Aldi. There's like Aldi Süd and Aldi Nord, which is north and south, but it's mixed completely in Germany. And then everywhere else in Europe, there's like a line of demarcation where north of that line it's all one type of Aldi, and south of that line it's all the other type. And they both came over to the US, and one of the Aldis just stayed as Aldi, and the other Aldi bought up someone's failing company, which was Trader Joe's, and they go by that name. But it's all the same products.
Do we say Aldi's
And it all goes
is the
to the same
same as
place.
Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
I don't know why
What
every
you're-
time you said Trader Joe's, my brain just thought you were saying Whole Foods. And I was like, I don't think those are the same company.
I
Doesn't
definitely
Amazon
said
have that
Trader
one?
Joe's every single time.
Yeah, I
You did.
believe you. I was just like, huh, that's interesting.
So what you're saying is that Aldi's has the pound plus of chocolate.
No. It does not have the pound plus of chocolate. But honestly, that chocolate's not that great. I've had that chocolate before.
There's
it's got-
absolutely better chocolate, but by volume,
Yeah,
it's the best chocolate you can get in that size.
Yeah, like, similarly, there are better things of every type of product you can buy at Costco. But if you're going to Costco, that's probably not the main method of deciding if something is good or not. You probably are thinking, can I feed my 7-person family with this for 6 weeks?
So anyways, answering no to this.
Yeah. Hey, Miss
Yeah.
Cool. You wildin'?
Do you love Starbucks?
No.
No.
No, ever since they stopped saying Merry Christmas, I can't deal with them.
Tim, what about you? Do
I
you
don't-
love Starbucks?
I don't dislike them. I don't hold any special affection for them.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Do you wear a lot of plaid?
No.
Nope.
I like plaid. I like plaid over most other things, but
That's fine,
I-
but I don't wear a lot of it.
I wear mostly t-shirts, and
Yeah.
I don't wear plaid t-shirts. If I wear a nicer shirt, it's probably gonna be plaid.
But what about flannel?
No. No. Do you love shopping at thrift stores? And the answer to that is no, but we have to.
Yeah, like, I will say, I am, again, semi-neutral in this, in that, like, I think thrift stores are fine. Like, I'll go
I
there
don't-
for, like, a
I
lot
don't
of
have a problem
stuff.
with them at all.
Yeah, like, when I go there, I'm not like, thrift store, because, like, whatever, like, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's a great place to find a lot of secondhand stuff that's really good.
I mean, heck, you're supposed to like wash your other like clothes you get from anywhere else too.
Yeah.
So
I would absolutely shop at thrift stores more often if anything there fit me.
yeah. Also, the thrift stores in your area are not that good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Mizuki,
you don't have great thrift stores there.
you can't eat
I know.
that chair.
I've been. So, do we answer yes or no to this? It's like we definitely do shop at thrift stores.
But
Again, we're answering the question they asked, not the question they meant.
yeah, here's the thing: is we shop at thrift stores, but we do not excitedly choose to go to thrift stores over other stores.
Yeah. Do you wear glasses that don't have a prescription?
No.
No. Unless you count like sunglasses. But if you count sunglasses, then you're
Yeah.
a shithead.
No, if you count sunglasses, then
everyone is
fuckboys are
hipsters.
hipsters. Yeah, and those aren't
one
overlapped.
will be.
Do you only post artsy photos on your Instagram?
Sort of.
I can say that none of the photos on my Instagram are not artsy.
I
Tim,
think
do you
we
not have
to
an
go with-
Instagram?
I don't have an Instagram.
I have an Instagram.
Same.
I have never posted a single thing to it. Ever.
I have posted a few. I wouldn't say anything I post is like artsy. I just want it to look kind of okay.
I think like the main question is when you. I'm gonna treat this as like food pics. I post pictures that I try and dress up on food pics. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say yes.
Yes, like if I post pictures of food or like outfits, then I would definitely like try to make it look extra good.
When I take pictures, I try and go a little bit the extra mile.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say yes.
same.
Do you use a record player to listen to music? Yes.
No.
Tim, be the tiebreaker.
I
I
don't,
definitely
but I
do.
would if I had a record player, because my uncle actually has a massive record collection.
I probably listen to things on vinyl more than I do anything else. Mostly because it's somehow easier for me, which is weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I think like my quote unquote disdain for people who exclusively listen to stuff on vinyl isn't because I dislike vinyl, and it took me a long time to figure that out. It's because I don't understand the concept of like not having headphones. And or
Yeah.
like if I'm wearing headphones and listening to music, I'm probably at my computer also playing a game, and I really need those two inputs to come from the same place
Yeah.
so that I can balance the audio properly.
When I don't listen to music at my computer very often, and I mean honestly I don't listen to music a whole lot. If I'm listening to something, it's probably a podcast or something. But if I'm listening to music, it's generally while I'm cooking or something like that. In which case I just I'll pull it up on my record player in the other room and just have it play.
Your gramophone?
No, it's not a gramophone. I'd love to have a gramophone though.
What is
That's-
the difference?
Gramophones are specifically the ones that have like the big the bell on top.
So John,
With the
just answer yes
big
for the
metal,
rest of this quiz for me. That was a trap and you fell into it far too easily.
The answer is yes. I do eat artisanal food. Tim, what do I answer this as?
For the record player?
Don't do
Yes.
that.
Yeah, answer yes,
Don't
you
eat
do it.
It's not
Yeah,
Okay.
Answer yes because John has too much knowledge that it's a double yes, and I'm frankly disappointed.
Do you have a long beard or a pixie cut? No. No. No.
No. I'd
I-
prefer to have like a ponytail than a pixie cut, which is probably why I have one.
Do you prefer beer over wine?
No.
Yes.
Here, can you do me a favor and get a long beard and a pixie cut?
Tim.
No, it's an or question. If he has both, it doesn't count.
Well, that'd be excellent.
Oh, true. But would a hipster know that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And a hipster
Tim.
would talk to you about it for quite some time.
Tim, do you prefer beer over wine?
Honestly, it depends. I don't have an answer for the question.
I will
Interesting.
drink Moscato over any beer any day.
I definitely prefer beer over wine. I'll still drink wine, but Pierre, beer, be the tiebreaker.
No, because you know he's gonna say beer.
No, he's French. He'll say wine.
No, he's definitely gonna say beer. Tim, you gotta break this tie.
I actually prefer brine.
Brine.
Yeah.
Just, a salt and water mixture.
Yeah.
He has a salient point.
Tim, die.
Anyway, if I had to
back.
pick one, I'd pick beer.
Okay. Do you wear vintage tees? No?
What is the definition of vintage?
Old.
Yeah. Do you...
Or one that came from, an actual place where they grow grapevines, one of the two.
I think the answer to this is just no.
Yeah, like,
Rivali's game
yeah,
is
I
not
wear shirts that are old because I bought them a while ago and they still fit, so I wear them.
Do you fancy wearing beanies?
Yeah,
No.
those are fine.
I
Actually pulled one out of my car finally.
I wear beanies, but only when it's cold.
Yes.
I don't fancy wear beanies. I recognize their utility, but it's not something I look forward to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we should answer no to this question because they use the word "do you fancy," which means that it was written by a hipster that we aren't.
Do you watch foreign language movies?
Yes.
Does anime count?
Yes, it does, and yes, we do.
I guess I have to answer no because I don't think I've seen an anime movie. No, I've seen a couple. Never mind, we're good.
I watched Sword Art Online in theaters.
That was a mistake.
This is weird. Do you love rainbow-themed food?
What does
No.
that mean?
Like rainbow donuts or...
I mean,
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yes because, like, I like color.
But it doesn't taste like color. If anything, it tastes like disappointment.
Tim, I like pink salt because it's pink. Do you think
that
I've
is-
noticed the difference in taste?
Because there is one. That's genuinely the only difference.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what?
Uh,
It's fucking worth it.
Dom, the question is, do you love rainbow-themed food? And that is the picture it gives. So,
Yeah, let me look at it.
we're still answering no to this because Tim and I are both no.
Like, that's badly done rainbow-themed food.
That's what they're getting at though. Is rainbow food like that?
I mean, that
I'm
just looks.
ambivalent about the idea of rainbow-themed food, except when it makes me question the color calibration on my monitor.
All right, last question. Do you love kale?
No.
I mean, there's nothing to love there.
I am
Kale-
ambivalent to kale at best.
I think it means as food, and that's a problem because kale is definedly not food.
No, now it didn't say that it's food.
You're correct. What? No emails. Just show me the results.
Do you love what kale has done for American agriculture?
Has it done anything for American agriculture?
It's Pizza Hut's fault that kale is this big a deal.
I would love to understand your thought process behind that. Did you say
mean,
it is Pizza Hut's fault?
Pretty sure he's already mentioned it before.
I have. This is a story I've told. Pizza Hut used to have those salad bars, and I don't know, they might still do it, but they used to always have everything surrounded by a bed of kale. Just it was there to make everything look nice. And then they decided they were spending too much money on kale, and they stopped selling kale, or buying kale to do that, and that basically destroyed the kale industry because the only reason kale existed was because Pizza Hut was buying so much of it. And so suddenly they had this giant bumper crop of kale and no idea what to do with it. So they started selling it as like health food and stuff, even though it's garbage. It's worthless. Is it a blood moon?
Yeah.
Does it become a blood moon when you stand on that plate long enough?
No, actually. In fact, I need it to... Like, I don't know if this will work when it is a blood moon. I'm supposed to wait until... I don't remember if it's the moon goes behind this tower or the sun goes behind the tower. But it's definitely one of them.
Looks like it's gonna be the moon.
Well, I mean,
All
that's
right.
just because it's nighttime, Tim. I don't know which one is going to make the pedestal light up.
Final answer.
Vinyl
Not
answer?
a hipster.
Tell them that I heard you say vinyl instead of final and see if that skews the results.
No.
I mean, could we truly appreciate the quality of the results if it wasn't recorded on vinyl?
Yeah, I actually have a vinyl player that I use as a phone, so it just records people like talking to me in real time, and then, you know. God, that'd be shitty.
I am going back through the quiz once more, answering yes to all the things that Pierre said. Just to see what his results are.
Now, John, can you find me a quiz real quick that's very much the same, but it's are you a fucking weeb?
And the answer is yes.
It's
All
do you
right.
say ooh woo in your daily life, and we're just like fuck.
Are you a weeb quiz? There you go. Let's see. 7 questions. Are you in an anime/manga club?
Well, I'm not in high school, so no.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore.
So.
So reformed.
So the 5 options are, yes, I'm already a member in 10 clubs, or hell no, never ever, and no, but would like to visit or even join one, and finally, yeah, and nope. So guess I'm gonna go with yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, technically I'm probably still on the roster.
Are you in love with a fictional character in an anime/manga?
No, because I don't think they ever made a Hatsune Miku anime.
Tim.
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna say nope. What do you think of American cartoons/comics/wannabe animes?
What do you mean wannabe anime?
I think they would consider Atla and Ruby to both be wannabe
Avatar is
animes.
great. It's very good storytelling.
Avatar is fantastic, and in Japan they consider it to be an anime, and that's good enough for me.
So the options here are watched some, liked very few, animes are way better. Yeah, I like some of them. Meh, I like a few of them. Animes are better though. Like them way more than Japanese animes. I hate drawn shows. And what is this even? Animes rule.
This is the worst quiz I've ever heard in my life.
I know, I love it.
I want to do something like this now, like make a quiz where there's 5 answers and all of them are things you actively don't want.
Yeah.
Can
Can we make a food crimes quiz?
Yeah, I like some of them.
Yeah, that's probably fair enough.
Japanese is ... So the answers are meh, America and Europe are better, awesome, nice people, developed culture, beautiful nature, sounds like a pretty nice place to live, superior in every way to everywhere,
Can you?
I hate Japan, all these weird haircuts and kanji everywhere,
What the fuck?
and Nice would like to visit there.
Just to flex on everyone real quick, is there an answer that's nice? Have already visited there?
Nope.
It doesn't say you can't have visited before.
I would actually like to visit it again. So, I'm gonna say nice would like to visit.
I think that's pretty much all of our answer.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's
Although,
nice.
yes, kanji are
It's-
awful.
It's not superior, and
Yeah, let's not
You're
pick
good,
any of
I'm
the
glad.
weird racist answers.
How often do you watch anime/read mangas?
What kind of answers do we have?
We have never.
God damn it.
Uh,
Why did I think they were gonna give us, like, weekly, daily, monthly, like...
When I have nothing better to do /bored, I don't stop reading/watching. I am doing it right now. In my free time when I feel like it, or most of my free time.
Like, there's no mid-ground?
There's no good one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with
Because,
when
like-
I'm bored, I guess, because, like...
I
Yeah?
say free time when I feel like it.
And free time when you feel like it. Yeah, that's fair. Cause like, I follow usually like 2 to 6 anime a season, but I'm not like, you know, I gotta watch it. I'm like, you know, I guess I'm bored right now. I'll watch some.
Yeah, I guess my answer is when one comes out that forces me to hyperfixate on it. Against my will. And then I will watch it 7 times in a row. And then I will not watch it again for another, like, 2 years. God, I gotta not watch Nichijou again.
How many hours have you spent watching animes/reading mangas?
Is this
So-
not the same type of question that we just
It
did?
kind of is. So the options are less than 5 minutes, which I know is not any of us.
I have watched Olive Gurren Lagann, but I did watch it at 87 times speed, so I have only watched anime for 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
2 to 10 hours, which I'm pretty sure we've all seen enough anime.
That's
that it's
one
long enough
series. That's one, like, short series.
10 to 50 hours, which is a few anime.
Or
Fi-
one, or Bleach.
Fi-
or Dragon
No,
Ball.
Bleach doesn't fit into that
no,
range.
no, it doesn't.
Hey,
50 to 300 hours, which might be Bleach.
yeah, that might be Bleach. And
Still
whatever,
not Dragon Ball though.
yeah, whatever's the next
No.
one, which I'm assuming is,
Greater than 300 hours.
yeah, that's Dragon Ball. I want to know what the
You were
runtime on
just the
Dragon
original
Ball is right now.
I think mine would be 50 to 300.
Yeah. Mine is 50 to 300 in that I have seen probably like 250 hours of anime, except that it is like the same 60 hours of anime repeated multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just looked it up. The total runtime of all the Dragon Ball shows, as of I think this was late 2018, is about 11-ish days.
Jesus Christ. So is that before or after Super started?
That is before Super started. Oh no, this is after Super, but not like all of Super though.
Yeah.
So
11 days.
yeah,
Wait, really? So our estimate of over 300 hours is it's actually close to 300 hours. Cuz that'd be 264 hours.
let
Yeah.
me actually 260 hours point is the closest. I rounded up, so or round down, so 260. It's 15,611 minutes.
You said how many thousand?
15,000.
Cool. I guess it's easy enough to animate that when those 15,000 minutes is like every 30 minutes is recapping the last 30 minutes except in 10 minutes and then
Yeah.
doing an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Most of which is screaming.
Pierre, I'm probably with you there. Well past 300. I'm probably not past 1,000.
Yeah, we're not fucking weebs here.
Yeah, we're not like you, Pierre. If you had $5, what would you spend it on? So the option is anything
Food!
that is yeah.
Rent! Like, what do you mean?
So I think we're gonna pick something.
See, if you were a
useful.
real weeb, you would spend it on Pocky.
God, Tim, this quiz would pick that, because this quiz sounds like it was devised in 2001 by, like,
It's-
Rar X Goku 37.
I picked something useful as the answer.
yeah, like,
What are
like
the other answers?
the ability to live at my house longer.
Our final result is casual weeb.
Yeah, I think that's actually fairly accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a non-garbage quiz.
God, that quiz was fucking horrid. Like, thanks for, like, legitimately appreciate you taking me back to a horrible piece of time, because it's nice to look back and see how far we have progressed as a, like, society.
Alright, so here's a 10-question quiz.
Okay, but
That's
before we
still
start,
bad.
before we
Still
start,
bad.
if this quiz says the word glump, I will come to your house and murder you in your sleep. And that is a promise!
I don't see glomp in here.
Oh, thank God. No,
Alright,
really, you should be thanking God.
So, how often do you watch animes? So, what are anime? Less than once a week, at least once a week, or every day?
I mean, I guess less than once a week. I don't sit at my computer and have an anime on at all times.
Personally, I'd be at least once a week, but I mean,
about the same.
on average, there's definitely times that I don't.
Yeah, I would say on average once a week, because on average, I don't watch any anime at all, or I watch fucking 8 seasons in 2 weeks with my wife.
Twice.
No, that was like 4 seasons per week.
Question 2. Have you ever watched a hentai?
Yes.
Tim, the bike does not count.
So the question, the answers that we get now, since we have at least a yes, is yes, but I don't want to do it again. Yes, more than once, or I watch hentai every day.
Okay, I hope none of us are I watch hentai every day.
I at least am not. I watch hentai every day. Tim?
I would
More than
say
once, less than every day. It is not something I do regularly.
I think I have watched some hentai in like actually attempting to find the like actual episode rather than like clips.
Okay.
But like I don't know if I've ever like finished one.
Oh no, I definitely have never finished one. I've definitely finished 2-1.
Yeah. yeah, thank you for getting where I was going. But like
I've never finished one. One has finished me.
I think the problem with finishing them is that like halfway through, for some reason, I lose interest and suddenly feel like everything about it is incredibly gross. I don't know why.
Yeah.
God, I feel like there's at least one I
Alright.
probably have finished because it was a 1-episode deal.
I'm dying up here. But how many real life friends do you have?
Weird question to ask us voice chatting on the internet.
So at least 2, or I have plenty of friends.
I have plenty in that it is at least like at least 5 and at most 6.
Yeah, I'd say I have plenty of friends on the low end, but
Yeah, because it's fucking impossible to keep up with more than like 10 people at a time.
yeah. Do you have a girlfriend/boyfriend?
Huh. Weird.
Technically, no.
Yeah, technically none of us.
Technically, none of us. But
Yep.
I'm going to put yes.
Yeah, I believe
To answer
the
the
spirit of the
unspoken-
question is yes. Nope. No, okay, I'm sorry. My answer is no, but I have a waifu.
The options were yes, no, and yes, but he or she is 2D.
Whew, getting real flashbacks to watching that fucking shitty anime I talked about last week.
What is your favorite language?
Again,
I think
weirdest
English.
questions. What do you mean, what is my favorite language? It's a language. C++, I guess?
No, it's not C++. Don't lie.
Mine might be.
The options are English, Japanese, Russian, or some other language.
Why Russian? Why did that one get in there?
I don't know. I didn't
I guess
pick
I'd
it.
have to say other.
It's like, are you a weeb? Russian. And you're like, what do you mean?
I'm gonna go with English because it's the favorite one I can speak.
Are you a weeb? How much fucking Moomin Valley have you watched? And you're like, what? What does that have to... What?
You are alone at home. Which of these would you most like to do?
Jack
Watch
off.
an anime? Watch a hentai?
There
Have
it
dinner
is.
with my waifu? Or none of the above?
Wait, what was that third one?
Have dinner with my waifu.
That one! I made non-bun chicken earlier and it was good as shit.
Tim?
Yeah, dinner with the waifu.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely going to increase our weebness. Drastically.
I mean, it's fine because Hatsune Miku will still love us. And that's really all that matters to me.
Which is your favorite language in series? So, Japanese with subtitles, Japanese without subtitles, English, or some other language.
English
So
with
you-
subtitles.
English with English subtitles?
Yes.
Or English with Japanese subtitles?
Yes, English with English subtitles. My brain can't fucking compute things very well sometimes, alright?
Japanese with Spanish subtitles.
You know what? Sometimes I find those when I'm trying to find clips of an anime I'm interested in, and every goddamn time I'm just like, alright, fuckers. I get why this is here, because I'm sure you also would like to know, but god damn it, why can't I find what I need?
Tim, your answer?
Japanese with English subtitles.
Okay, that's what we're going with. How often do you get sexually aroused by 2D women/men?
Well, I go on Twitter so often.
So would you say daily, maybe once a week, from time to time, or never?
I guess from time to time.
I'd say.
I'm
once
sorry,
a
what were
week
the
is
questions?
Daily, maybe once a week, from time to time, or never?
I mean, I guess I would say at least once a week.
So okay, we'll go
Again,
maybe
I go on
once a
Twitter.
week. Yeah.
I follow a lot of artists.
All right. This is an interesting one. Do you possess anime-themed merchandise?
Yes.
The options are: yes, I have waifu pillows. Yes, I have plastic figures. Yes, I have posters. Yes, I have more than one of the above, or no.
Okay, so tell me them from the beginning so I know if more than one from above.
Waifu pillows, plastic figures, posters.
I guess I don't... Hold on, let me look around my room and see if I have any
Do you
figures.
have a Dakimakura?
I do not have a Dakimakura, no.
Why not?
I mean,
I
you're
guess
right.
I have
Pierre.
more than one of the above.
Pierre. Okay.
Oh, you too, Pierre?
I don't have any. See, you just go on with your regular Reddit account and you like clear your history and stuff. Or alternatively, you just have a spouse who understands.
Oh no, it's not about a spouse thing. It's really more about, am I allowed to upvote stuff without people seeing it?
Ah, gotcha. Well, see, that's the thing, is that nobody should know what your Reddit account is. Like, who tells someone the Reddit account?
Oh no, I don't want people on Reddit to know only my Reddit account and know what I upvote.
Oh, okay.
Pierre, you have figures? Since when? You should show us.
I own I own a separate Reddit account for hentai, and my other Reddit account doesn't exist. I only own the Reddit account for hentai, but I consider it my separate Reddit account.
I was thinking you were gonna say you have one Reddit account for hentai and another Reddit account for just the regular porn.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one Reddit account for 3D porn and one Reddit account for 2D porn.
What? All right. When you say 3D porn, is that like because you could also have like 3D animated. So.
You know what? SFM is a pretty good genre.
But it's just Overwatch nowadays.
I mean, like, you are correct, and that, like, as much as I do enjoy SFM of some Overwatch characters, I would like a larger, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Moving
I
on
still
from
see a
this.
decent amount of Mass Effect every now and then.
Moving on from this.
Tim, you
without
can't say a decent amount
actually
every
trying-
now and then.
Last question. Fill the gap. Blank for taking this test. The options are arigato, thank you, and ...
This is not a good question.
No, it's not.
Or quiz.
So what's the answer?
Is
Uh,
arigato spelled with a U?
No.
Fake weeb.
Correct.
No. Incorrect. Real
No,
weeb.
no, you're right. Real weeb.
yeah.
Correct. Real weeb. Bad language knower, but real weeb.
Yeah. Those two are
Yeah, that's fair.
mutually inclusive.
Which should we go with?
I mean, I think all of us had the ... reaction pretty instantaneously.
Yeah.
Alright, so, here, let me give you what is perhaps the shittiest test result I have ever seen.
Is it... Go on.
Alright,
Like,
red check mark in a giant medal. Am I a weeb? So are you a weeb or not? You like anime, right? But you still know what real life is. Have fun with your animes, but remember, never watch too much. I can't believe I'm saying this. Anime is so awesome, but addiction will not be healthy for you, and we all want you to be healthy.
is this written by my parents? Like,
But also, that didn't answer the question!
like, are you a weeb? And you take a test, and it's like, the answer is, what's a weeb? And you're just like, God damn you!
No, the answer literally is, so are you a weeb or not?
Make up your fucking mind!
The answer is you self-care, so no, you're not.
Yeah, you self-care and you knew how origato is spelled.
Alright, so, that was that awful segment.
Whew. God, I can't wait to do it again next time.
Tune in next time when we find more crappy Facebook quizzes.
So that, took 30 seconds, or like a minute less than an hour.
Time well wasted.
I agree.
Because it definitely was wasted on that last one.
Yeah. Wow. So, what do y'all watch nowadays?
God, what did I just rewatch? Oh, that's right, I watched, Heroic Legend of Arslan. I talked about that last time.
Yeah.
And I'm still depressed about there not being a third season.
Yet.
Yeah, I'm still holding out hope for some reason, even though season 2 was 8 episodes.
Yeah, it could come back. I've heard that they're working on a new Stargate show that will not be a reboot, so that's cool.
Interesting.
Huh.
If you like Stargate, which SG1 was pretty good.
I never got into Stargate.
That's fair.
I saw the movie.
Yeah, I read the book.
I played the SNES game. No, I watched most of SG1. Of course, watched the movie, and that was basically where I ended it.
Miss Squirrel, what are you doing?
It got to a point where like characters were leaving, and I liked those characters and didn't like the replacements very much, and then stopped watching. Kristen, has seen pretty much everything of it though. So
Weeb.
yeah. She's only seen it once though, so you know.
If there's anything I think I would love to like get big in Japan in the same way that anime has gotten big here, is I would love Star Trek to just become like a weird cultural touchstone. I want to hear whatever. I want to hear the Japanese voice that they give Q.
That'd be great.
Like, unironically, that would be the fucking coolest.
Oh, the other day we watched through all of the Star Wars prequels.
Oh.
Just
So you mean you watched the pod racing section and then you turned away?
back to back. No, actually, honestly, one was not as bad as I remember it being.
One's fine, because it didn't, like... Okay.
One is fine. It's not great.
Oh, of course not.
But there's really nothing wrong. The only wrong thing with it is more just like a personal taste of like the wrong thing is that they brought up midi-chlorians. Which there's nothing wrong with that, it's just like they didn't need to.
I think I don't know if Tim is the first one who ever said it, but or, like it's I think Tim is where I've gotten this phrase from, and I have remembered it for all my life because of how accurate it sounds, is that it answered a question that no one was asking.
Yeah. And you know, that's it wastes a little bit of time with that, but it also like they say the word maybe 3 times in the entire movie.
It's not that egregious.
No.
It's not like episode 2 where like the horde just worst love scenes of all time are constant. And
so cringy.
It's just so consistent and always there, and you just hate it. But like midi-chlorians is like 3 times.
The only good thing about 2 is it has Jesus in it.
Yeah.
And
It does? Are you sure you're
the-
not talking about Qui-Gon from episode 1?
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Jesus died in that one and then came back in 2.
Oh, okay.
Because Ewan McGregor was not Jesus in episode 1. It has Jesus in it, and the arena battle onwards is
Yeah,
good.
from that point on, it's a good game.
Because then you get like the action and the actual interesting, like there's Yoda being a badass, and you got the awesome clone troopers versus droids, and
Yeah.
and all the Jedi fighting, and
You're saying is
that's
what you're saying is
genuinely cool.
Yeah, once it becomes an action movie, it's good.
Yes. But yeah, 2 is definitely possibly one of the worst Star Wars movies that exist. And yes, I know.
Yeah, it's
the
one of the
sequels
worst.
exist.
It's one of
Yeah.
the worst Star Wars movies that will still be considered canon in 10 years.
The biggest
Yeah.
real problems with the first episode were when it tried to be the West Wing, and all the problems of 2 are where it doubled down on everything the first got wrong.
So,
See,
he-
I
here's-
think if it had properly doubled down on like actual like the political side of things, it could have been really interesting. But instead,
It could have been.
it went to the really cringy love story side of things, which was horrible.
And I think, like, so episode 1 had the, like, political stuff, but also, it still had a lot of great action stuff despite it. Like, it didn't feel like that took up, like, the entirety of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, considering it was one of my favorite movies as a kid, despite my consistent dislike for anything politics in movies, like, as far as, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it had a, like, also, episode 1 has the greatest piece of music in Star Wars history.
Yeah,
I love,
possibly.
I love the, like, main theme, like, more, like, obviously as much as anyone does, it's so good, but, like, fucking Duel of the Fates.
Honestly, I think 1 has the strongest music of the prequels. 1, 2, and 3 have amazing songs.
Yeah.
Like 2 has Love Across the Stars, which is always accompanied with cringe, but it's a great song.
Yeah, but it's
3
Duel of the
has
Fates.
Battle of the Heroes, which is an absolutely epic song.
Yeah, but it's no banger.
One,
Like
one,
Duel of
one
the Fates.
has Duel of the Fates.
Yeah, yeah.
One has the Droid Invasion music, which is it's awesome.
Mhm.
One also has the fucking victory celebration, which is
Oh, you know what?
my favorite.
That song's fucking dope as hell. Yeah, that song is fucking incredible, and I love it.
I wish it was longer.
Yes, like I want a full version of that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
See, where was this when John Williams was writing the music for 7, 8, and 9?
It's
I still have
7,
not
8, and 9
seen.
have Ray's theme, kind of, and March of the Resistance, and that's about it.
Okay, I feel like it has been a trend recently in like mainstream action movies to not like the music choices feel safer. I saw a video about this specifically about like Avengers because like
Yeah.
pretty much.
oh yeah. Sing
no-
the Avengers theme for me right now.
Yeah, sing anything from the Avengers because there's nothing. Like if you watch,
Hey.
God damn it.
If you listen to the Avengers theme, it's very iconic. Like you hear like the first few notes of the Avengers theme, and you're like, "It's the Avengers coming!" But like 5 minutes after the movie ends, be like, I can't hum those.
I couldn't tell
I
you what
actually
any of
can,
it is.
but mainly because I used to have it as my ringtone. The
It-
Avengers theme is good, but there's not a whole lot of good music in.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of memorable music in the movie, aside from that one theme.
I think they like it needs to pass what I will dub like the Star Wars test, which is that in like when you watch the Avengers, you like the only people who know the Avengers music is the people who afterwards chose to like pursue more knowledge of the music,
Yeah.
but everyone will still know the Star Wars music. They did not have to go out of their way to relearn it. It's pretty much that like after you hear it once or twice, you're just like, yeah, the Star Wars music.
Yeah. Now, I'm unfortunately at a disadvantage when it comes to, because like the original trilogy has some really good songs that are all iconic, but also I was a huge Star Wars nerd and listened like nonstop to Star Wars music, so I don't know how many of them are just like these are iconic versus I'm a dork.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's
Because, like,
absolutely because I'm a dork.
I can do like the asteroid theme, and that's something that really no one needs to be able to do.
The
But
asteroid theme, because John Williams hates flutes.
Yep. But like I know that definitely the Imperial March.
Yeah, Imperial March,
Anyone know
incredible.
that? Of course, just the main Star Wars theme.
Yeah,
Um,
I believe it's called The War in the Stars. Very bold title. It's not called that.
you know what? For like a millisecond there, I believed you, and then I was like,
Really?
"What the hell are you doing?" Never believe anything that Dominic says.
Yeah, especially about like music that like I clearly am not like a huge like I don't fucking know. I played piano for like a couple years. I'm pretty sure I learned that Star Wars song and I don't remember what it's called.
It's usually just called Star Wars main theme.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little lame. I think it should have had like its own fancy name.
There's the Cantina Band. Everyone knows
God.
that.
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is the first of the first and second trilogy are the ones with the best music out of those trilogies.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, they repeated a lot of them in the first trilogy, so
Yeah.
I can't be wrong.
I've been reading a book series that jumps forwards and backwards in time a lot. It follows like an entire saga, historical saga in this continent, but it takes place over almost 2,000 years. and includes like a ton of different people over that time period, of course, because people don't live that long. But it's weird because it'll jump. It's like the first book takes place in 1850 that time, and then the next one's 900, and the next one's 1200.
Is this the
The next one's
Silmarillion by any chance?
1650. And then we get to revisit the people in the first book again in 1855. And then we jump to 401 before any of that happens.
Yeah, see, this sounds very much like what I'm used to with the Silmarillion.
Yep. And then we get like 403, and then jump forward, 700 years to 1190, and then 1205, and then 1. And then year 8. And then 1710. So
It sounds like a horrible book to read if you have, like, issues putting together a timeline in your head.
it's a long series, so
Oh, is it the Wheel of Time?
I have 17 of the 24 books. So each one of the books, like, finishes its story.
God, calling Anakin an incel that got laid is, like, very accurate.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I know they're only, like, 5 years apart, but what was Padme thinking?
Remember when they met and he was a literal child and she was, like, a fully grown adult and queen and, like, mature and, like, she was like, God, I want to fuck that kid.
Hey, remember when you were a kid and, like, one year you were in school and everyone was the same height as you, and then the next year, like, girls grew, like, 2 feet in height?
I don't remember that because everyone was already taller than me all the time. So, like,
Alright.
there was no difference.
Fair enough, but
Also, I was in private
actually a
school.
thing that happened.
I think I was in private school at the time that happened, so there was 7 people besides me in my grade, so, like,
That's fair.
and I think 2 of them were girls, so, like...
Yeah, girls hit their growth spurt well before boys do.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine.
She snap.
Oh,
Again, she
yeah,
was
take that,
5
me.
years older than him. So,
Yeah, but, like,
but
she was 5 years older than him when he was, like, 10, and also, she was, like, a mature, like, capable ruler of a country, or planet, I guess, and he was 10.
yeah, their political system is kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Because she was like, what, 17 at the time?
Something like that?
Definitely a minor.
Yeah, definitely a minor. And they voted her queen. Which, that's another thing. It's like, so she's queen, so immediately you're like, well, great, cool. She's royalty, which means that, she just is in her position and has no real right to it. And then the second one comes out, and it's like, oh, cool, she's an elected official.
Yeah, she's an elected queen, and you're like, an elected
Served,
monarchy.
She served 2 terms as queen, and then, or I think it was even 3 terms. And there's a line in there of like, they tried to change the Constitution to allow her more terms. Like, this is a weird thing to add.
Yeah, this is a weird retcon that you did.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, a term is like 18 months.
Well, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, that really doesn't make sense.
How long is a
considering
month in this universe?
She was a queen in 1, and she had just finished her term as queen in 2.
And that was like...
A lot of years later.
At least 1 to 20 years later. I don't fucking know. Anakin was played by a different actor, so it could have been any amount of time. Fucking Obi-Wan looked like he aged 20 years.
To be fair, he was raising Anakin.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea that he was raising Anakin. I don't like it worded like that.
I mean, he basically was.
So Obi-Wan's bad parenting is the reason we have the Star Wars movies.
Have you ever seen that picture of like a bunch of dominoes lined up and like there's a really small domino
Yeah.
and really so at the small domino you just have Obi-Wan shitty parenting and at the other side of it you just have a picture of Alderaan exploding.
I really
Now,
like the
I would have put down a picture of Kylo Ren.
oh.
I mean, it just doesn't hit as hard as a planet exploding to me.
I mean, he exploded, what, 5? It's just, no one noticed because no one cared about any of them.
Yeah.
John, you're a fellow Star Wars nerd. Can you actually name the main planet that he blew up?
No. I'm a Star Wars nerd. That means I care about Star Wars. The canonical 6 Star Wars 7, 8, we'll say 8 Star Wars movies. 9 if you count the Clone Wars one that wasn't that good.
Hosnian Prime.
Hey, I know enough that that's right. But I'm talking about the actual canonical Star Wars films. That business with the sequels doesn't count. I'm a big fan of the
Hold on, this entire segment was your idea.
the prequel memes
I hear what you did
right
there,
now
Tim.
the explosions of planets and stuff, and they're like, oh look, it's a boy.
Fuck, that's good.
There's a lot of that.
Prequel memes are just, it's like the best. I can't believe it.
So we're about to end, right?
Yeah.
Want to let y'all know to come back next Wednesday. Actually, I think every single show next week is a new show.
Yeah.
Because next this upcoming Tuesday is the first ever show of our upcoming one-off series about Orson Scott card games. About all the games that Orson Scott Card had his weird hands in.
Are they card games?
Ha. No.
Well, then that sucks. He should have made card games, so that he called it Orson Scott Card Games. That's so much better.
You're right, it is. Then we are going to be playing or doing our inaugural episode of the Google Trends Map game show. It's our brand new game show once a month. And then Thursday next week is our first episode of our new Polyhedral Dynamics show.
Yeah,
Yay!
I am hyped for that.
So I get to do a lot of schedule editing to come up with new art for everything.
Yay!
I fucked myself.
Yeah, I mean, like, it isn't your fault that all of
That-
them happened in the
That's
same week.
Bro's job.
Let's be honest, it's my job.
Whew, weeb.
Alright, well, I guess we'll see you next time. No.
Tune in next time, please. We don't know why you keep coming, but please.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. The hentai.
It's art. Right? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, and the show about the cubicles.
Something like that. Can you end it already?
I was trying to kill the fucking big man.
Can you end it? Please? Please end it. Please?
Bye.